And we've seen all manner of other dirty tricks going on. I mean, this is big. This is, again, preying on their customers, preying on people that go there to get accurate info on where to advertise. This is, in my view, and the evidence is there, organized fraud. Organized unfair trade practices. And it's like they always announce, Drudge has viruses, and then it's not true. Different companies will go advertise their website on Drudge and then have a virus on their site, hoping you click through and then saying Drudge is giving people viruses. I mean, there's no end to them. They've tried it on us, different groups. These people won't stop. They want to shut us down. Do not take Infowars.com for granted. Do not take PrisonPlanet.com for granted. Do not take this news organization for granted. It is a miracle that we're still on air. All right, without further ado, drum roll, please. We are going to your phone calls. John from Texas disagrees on Jade Helm. Josh in Dakota disagrees with Alex on sensationalism. Well, I mean, reality is sensational. Obama opening the borders without law is sensational. Mike in Canada says, I'm losing my edge. Frank in North Carolina, I have double standards. Chris disagrees on taxes. You don't have to preface it that you like me or this or that. Just tell me where you disagree, and I'll give each one of you about a minute and a half, and then I will rebut and go to the next person. So, John in Texas, the former state of Texas, now FEMA Region 6, occupied, as Jon Stewart said, by the globalist. He celebrated it. Welcome, John. You're on the air.
Hi, Alex.
Go ahead.
You know, this Jade Helm, I think more has to do with attacking another country than what it does with us. If there's a heavy Caucasian element to this training exercise, they may be wanting to do something in Eastern Europe, maybe even attack Russia, because Russia stands in the way in the Middle East. They can't finish Assad off. They can't attack Iran. They got to deal with Russia first.
I actually totally agree with you. This is having joint applications for Eastern European deployments. NATO admits they're preparing for that and wargaming. They're wargaming off Alaska. They're wargaming off Nova Scotia. I've said from the start that I'm not mad at you, John, but that's a straw man because it has dual training. But they are also doing infiltration of local government training. You notice they said working with people on their farms. That'll be operatives they've got on the border with Russia. So I totally agree with you that it has dual purposes. But the overall reason is to condition the public by doing these drills out in the open.
No matter how you look at this exercise, Alex, whether it's to do with us or a foreign invasion or an attack, it's evil. Evil either way you look at it, it's evil.
Well, sure, but they're having riot control drills from Tennessee to California that they won't let us into, but we shoot through the fence. And then it's, I'm with the Tea Party. I'm a sovereign. You can't have my guns. I mean, I went to a Marine Corps drill with 3,000 Marines and over 2,000 foreign troops, and they kept saying, it's for Macedonia. It's for Macedonia. Well, yeah, they had a joint mission, but they had role players screaming, I'm an American. Don't take my guns. No, not the camp. And they had overhead satellite tracking, and they were training to fight militias, and they would catch, they let me in, but then their PR guy kept throwing me out. But we sent in people posing as citizens for a tour. They were cordoned off streets. It was in the city of San Francisco and, what's the town there? Oakland. I mean, it's a 2-hour film. People can watch it. So it was dual use. But then I had Marines, two non-commissioned officers, who were friends with some folks that I knew, show up a year later at Access Television in 1999, as it was 2000 then. They're like, Alex, we like your show. You have no idea what was really going on. And they were simulating terrorists attacking by water, and the terrorists were patriots. And they were simulating, and then they had drones up, and it's video. They're going, Death Star, Death Star. We're in control. We've got them moving. And they go, we're just going to show you a minute of this. And then they showed us coming out of the hotel, the Marriott, and me throwing coffee on the ground that had been left in the car and peeing up against a tree and stuff like that. Because I don't want to go back in. You know, you forget you got to pee and you got to get in the car. And I mean, it was ridiculous. And I said, please let me show the public. They go, oh, no, we'd be arrested. In fact, don't talk about this for years. And then they left. And then my friends wouldn't even tell me who they were. They just go, oh, they're family. But, I mean, they used us in the simulation like we were added role players and we didn't even know it. So, believe me, I know all about these exercises. I've covered personally more than 30 of them. Go ahead. Anything else, Sean?
Well, I think maybe you can just Jade Helm exercise, Alex. Maybe everybody in Texas ought to open carry. Everybody just don't get threatening. Everybody carry their stuff with you, That sort of send them a message right there.
It's going to be like the SAGE event they've been doing for 50 years, which is legitimate, except that it gets violent. People don't know what's going on. They've had people killed, I think, 3 times, twice by citizens, once by cops. Because you see people breaking into a warehouse and they've got guns. I mean, the average person pulls a gun out and says, hit the ground. The Jade Helm guys think you're part of a drill, and then they point the gun at you and you shoot them. I mean, this has happened 3 times outside Fort Bragg. Because they operate 30, 40 miles out. I mean, what are the cops supposed to do when they see somebody aim, or somebody else at gunpoint? They just shoot you. It's what you're supposed to do. And that's why people are really concerned. In fact, since you said this, and I'm going to Mike, Josh, Chris, Frank, don't hang up. These clips are short. Here is Thomas Meade, who actually runs with a private contractor, this giant multi-thousand special forces. You got 10-to-1 support, tens of thousands of troops, private contractors. Here he is in another Texas town admitting that they're going to be getting in people's cars, doing simulated illegal stuff. And then we have the colonel, I want to put this in a report, by the way, saying none of that's true and that we're liars 2 weeks later. So, see, they're lying to us. Their own Jade Helm handout says the things we've said, and then they tell the media it doesn't exist. Thank you, caller, John. Let's go to that short clip. Here it is.
Within the cities, you won't see most of this, I would tell you. For example, increased aircraft in the area at night. You'll see that out in the rural area. We have a resupply, an aerial drop that will occur, and then some paratroopers as well will jump into Martin County in early August. It won't happen within the city limits.
And there's another clip we should play. Let's go ahead and roll that one.
One of the things that we do as well, they will be carrying weapons, but it won't be live ammunition. It'll all be blank ammunition. Just to correct one thing that was in the newspaper on Sunday that I read was they'll have blank ammunition, but there will not be any explosions. We won't be setting off live demolition out here. The guys will be wearing civilian attire or a mixed uniform. They may be wearing fatigue bottoms and a T-shirt, but that's
they're trying to fight the Russians.
Ordinary
with
in
merch.
West Texas, from what I've seen, especially
So
during
dangerous.
hunting season. And they may be driving civilian vehicles throughout the area. So really, within the city limits, if you notice my guys, they're probably really doing something wrong.
Then they came to Austin, and Bastrop and said none of this was true, and they never said it, and laughed at us. Should we play the clip? We've got that cut out, right, where he says, the colonel, with this guy behind him, puppeting him, says, no, we're not going to be in the towns. We're going to be in plain clothes. That's ridiculous. I mean, it's just crazy. We should call it the lies of Jade Helm. Mike in Canada says, I'm losing my edge. Go ahead, Mike, and then we'll go to Chris and others. Go ahead.
Hi, Alex. So what I wanted to hit on was you could break the news tomorrow that America is being invaded, and America would just continue on like normally. But when you have debates and you come out on top of those debates, you'll notice with Piers Morgan. Look what happened. I miss those. You had a little bit with Cenk Uygur. Also, you had some good debates with Max Kaiser.
Well, here's the deal. Here's the deal. My show's big, but it's my audience. They won't let me on TV because I take over, I dominate, I break the news, and then the people's ratings go down. I destroy people. And because I break the matrix. I go, look, it's all a trance. It's fake. You're a foreigner. Here wanting our guns. This is crazy. Get out, red coat. And because I don't have it within their false paradigm. I circumvent Jon Stewart. Jon Stewart, they've tried to set me up on The Daily Show with Jon Stewart. Let me not exaggerate. Since it started back in 2000 or whatever it was, or 99, I don't know how long it's been around, I have been called by them, let me not exaggerate, 20 times. They've even bought the tickets before. And then it always gets canceled. So I don't even respond when they call now. They've attacked me on there probably 20 times. That and also on the Colbert cat litter report. Okay, so that's what these people do. They won't get in a ring with me. They'd rather buy the radio stations I'm on to kick me off the air or put out ratings that I have no listeners and play games, okay? This is what these scallywags do. Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, you know, I was been watching quite a bit of videos of you back in the day being on RT, being on Fox. And, I mean, some of them, there was one where there was a woman who was asking you about your big claims and for proof. And you went off on the Vietnam, that...
Gulf of Tonkin. They asked when. Yeah, it was Fox News. They said, when is there? It was Geraldo Rivera, who he told me I'm banned from there, not by him, by the executives. He said, oh, they love you when you come on. The people do, but, you know, not others. And other people told me I'm banned. That's all fine. Fox asked me to come do a trailer up there years ago and basically meet with their executives. And I just said, you know what? Okay. And I told the other person that wanted me to come, I said, now watch. They're going to cancel it. And sure enough, they did. The next time they invited me, I didn't go do it. I mean, I've flown to New York to be on Fox News like 10 years ago, and they didn't put me on. And they go, oh, go enjoy the day. Here's a gift certificate to a steakhouse, okay? I've been through it. They won't get in the ring with me. They won't get on the racetrack with me. I will smoke them. And it's not that I'm anything special. I mean, I was debating these ladies on there. They're like, oh, come on. Our government's never staged something. And I went, the Maine, Operation Ajax in 53, Gulf of Tonkin, 1964, declassified, staged events, Operation Northwoods. And Geraldo Rivera looks at him and goes, well, that is true. So, yes, they won't let me on because I have facts. God bless you, Mike. I appreciate your call. But you say you disagree. I'm losing my edge. They won't put me in the arena. They're coming at, look, I don't want to whine because I'm not. I expect flack, but I expect to be backed. They're coming out of the woodwork against us, folks. I'm attacked by hundreds of newspapers a day. CBS News, NBC, ABC, all of them. All of them attacked me on the nightly news last night and last week. Okay, I mean, do you understand, folks? They didn't all attack me last night. It was last week they all attacked me. This is going on. Why do you think? Because I've got them. I've studied them. I'm willing to be put in prison or killed. I don't look forward to it, but I mean, I'm not worried about it because I'm not backing down. I'm never going to sell out to these people, and I'm in a fight. And that's why I'm so aggressive, is because this is life or death. I'm in a death battle, people. I am in a death battle. I am in a death battle. A death battle. We have been usurped by criminals that put poison in vaccines and kill babies on purpose. They're killing babies all over the country, euthanizing them with vaccines. Newborn, premature babies. That's coming up in the next hour. Eyewitnesses, the convulsions, the deaths. It's a death battle. The only reason I'm still alive is the grace of God and the fact that they don't want to make me a martyr, but they're killing my name first so they can then physically set me up. Do you understand that? I don't care, because the transmission's being sent, and they can kill me, an individual, but they'll never shut down that message that'll only gain credibility as it all unfolds. And that's another reason they haven't killed me, because they know I will rise again like the phoenix long after I'm dead, and that's what I'm all about. That's what I want. In fact, they know secretly that I dare them to come after me. I'm not worried about it. And I hate to use a cheesy Obi-Wan Kenobi thing, but I'm telling you, they were coming at me, I might just stand there and take it. In fact, I've already thought about it. The only thing that keeps me from doing it is my children. The only thing that keeps me from not putting myself in positions where I know the enemy will take me out is my children. I want to stay here for them. I need to take care of my children. That's the only fear I've got. I am committed, and that's a strength they don't have. They don't have any will. They're not honorable. These people are crap. Excuse me. Let's go ahead and talk to Chris in Georgia. Go ahead.
Alex, hey. Listen, I want to take issue with you on taxes, but since you started talking about Texas history, I want to take issue with you on that. Can you hear me okay?
Yeah, we're going to break. I'm sorry, I wasn't paying attention to the breaks. Go ahead, make your